In this video, Avalanche exposes the hidden reality of China's role in Africa, complete with shocking cases, real dates, and the stories they don't want you to hear. Stay tuned till the end, because this fight is about more than China. It's about African sovereignty, Pan-African unity, and the future of an entire continent. January 2023, Zambia's rivers turned blood red with toxic sludge from Chinese-owned copper mines. December 2022, Ghanaian soldiers stormed illegal Chinese gold mining sites, destroying machines that had poisoned entire communities. November 2017, Senegalese fishermen rioted in Dakar after Chinese industrial trawlers emptied their waters, leaving African families to starve. And the list goes on. Africans are asking, is China really a partner, or just another colonial master in disguise? Part 1. The myth of win-win cooperation. For years, Beijing sold us the dream. Africa gets roads, bridges, and stadiums. China gets minerals. Win-win, right? Wrong. Behind the shiny ribbon-cutting ceremonies lies exploitation on a scale that rivals European colonialism. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, 70% of the world's cobalt, critical for smartphones and electric cars, is mined. In 2021, investigative reports revealed that many of these mines, run by Chinese firms, use child labor. Kids as young as 7 digging in toxic pits so Tesla and Huawei can thrive, while Congolese families remain dirt poor. Part 2. The debt trap. Let's talk about debt. In 2022, African countries owed China more than $145 billion. Zambia defaulted in 2020, making it the first African country to fall into a full-blown Chinese debt crisis. When countries can't pay, Beijing doesn't forgive. Instead, they grab power, ports, mining rights, farmland, just like they did in Sri Lanka with Hambantota Port in 2017. Africa is next. Part 3. Environmental crimes. Look at Cameroon. Since 2018, reports show Chinese logging companies tearing through rainforests, paying bribes to local officials, and leaving behind nothing but destruction. In Sierra Leone, the Black Johnson Beach, once a paradise, was nearly sold off in 2021 to Chinese firms to build an industrial fishing harbor. Only massive protests stopped it. In Zambia's Copperbelt, villagers drink poisoned water from rivers contaminated by Chinese-owned mines. In 2021, hundreds protested after livestock died from drinking polluted streams. But the companies kept digging. This only shows that the government is for outsiders and not the people of Africa. Part 4. Stealing African livelihoods. Senegal's fishing communities are fighting for survival. Chinese trawlers, operating under shady government contracts, have swept the Atlantic clean. In 2017, Dakar saw violent clashes between fishermen and authorities because locals couldn't feed their families. West Africa once had the richest fish stocks in the world. Today, those stocks are collapsing. And it's not just fish. In Ghana, the fight against Chinese galamsey illegal gold mining is devastating entire communities. Rivers like the PRA and Ankabra, once clean and life-giving, are now poisoned with mercury. In 2013, Ghana arrested 124 Chinese nationals for illegal mining. By 2022, the problem had exploded so badly that the government deployed the military. Part 5. Exploiting workers. It's not only nature being destroyed, it's people. In 2020, in Kenya, 2 Chinese businessmen were arrested after videos went viral of them whipping a local worker like a slave. In 2022, in Uganda, construction workers went on strike after being forced to work in unsafe conditions under Chinese contractors. Again and again, Africans are treated as disposable labor in their own countries. This could not happen in China if it was the other way round. When will black people wake up? Part 6. A new colonization. Let's not sugarcoat it. What we're witnessing is neo-colonialism, just with Mandarin instead of English or French. The old colonizers looted Africa with whips and guns. The new colonizers do it with contracts, debt, and corrupt deals. And here's the kicker: when Africans resist, they are often betrayed by their own leaders who sign secret agreements with Beijing. That's why this is bigger than just China, it's about African sovereignty. Part 7. The fight back begins. But the winds are shifting. In April 2023, Zambia announced a review of its Chinese mining contracts. In June 2022, Sierra Leone cancelled the sale of Black Johnson Beach. In July 2023, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo admitted publicly that Chinese galamsey had become a national security threat. And in 2024, Botswana's new government took the bold step of banning raw mineral exports altogether, forcing foreign firms, Chinese included, to refine resources locally. Pan-Africanism now. The message is clear: Africans are waking up. We don't hate the Chinese people, but we reject systems where outsiders take everything while Africans remain poor. We refuse to be the sacrifice zone of globalization. We demand control of our resources, our jobs, our environment, and our destiny. It's time for Africa to stand together, not just against China, but against any foreign power, European, American, Russian, Turkish, that sees Africa as a playground for exploitation. Because the future is ours to claim. So the question isn't whether the Chinese should leave Africa, it's whether Africa will finally force all exploiters to leave. What do you think? Is this the dawn of true independence, or just another cycle of deception? Drop your thoughts below. And remember, subscribe to Avalanche Facts, because here, we speak truth without apology.